Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on where you are. Crazy, but as you can tell by the title, today is the first day of my nurse practitioner semesters. So it's my last semester of nurse practitioner school. I graduate in August. I cannot wait. Today I'm at my family practice site. This is a family medicine clinic and it is with a new hospital system, so I'm trying to learn new charting system, the new workflow, and everything that goes along with it. It's a little confusing, but nothing I can't handle. We do get an hour-long lunch break, which is so nice, and we're able to leave, so I was falling asleep. I went to Dunkin' and got their protein latte. I do not ever drink Dunkin', and I think this is pretty good. I also forgot food because I was in a rush yesterday. I worked yesterday. I just didn't have any time to actually prepare, and I knew today was going to be more of just clinical watching and shadowing rather than doing things. So I was a little bit lazy, but that's okay. We're here. We made it. So for lunch, since we were allowed to leave, not sure if this is a nationwide thing, but I know a few states have these stores. No. I don't know what you would call them actually, but they're shake places, and they use protein powder and they make shakes for you that have limited calories, good protein, good macros, all that stuff, and they have crazy flavors. Today I didn't go any too crazy though. I got the berry peach cobbler and it's really good. High protein, something easy to eat. I just had to pick something up super quick. I'm here at this clinical site until usually 5, but today it's going to be 4. I do have to go care for my grandmother today, so I'm going to do that after this. Tomorrow I have my pediatric clinical site and it's actually an hour away, so that'll be fun. But tonight, hopefully I'll be able to prep a little bit more for that than I did for today's. It's currently 12:53, so I need to drink as much of this as I can and head back into my clinical site. All right, just finished my clinicals. It is about 4:30. It's pouring down rain. I have to get to my grandma's house and I'm running a little bit behind, so let's go. It's been a day. Can you tell? So we're gonna take our makeup off, take a shower, and go to bed. Just got done with the gym, as you could see from my little tiny clip. I'm trying to get more comfortable filming in the gym, but it's just not that easy for me. So I was up and at 'em ready to go to clinical today, and my preceptor actually emailed me and said that she's sick, so she wouldn't be in. So I gotta sleep in, I gotta go to the gym. Oh my god, it's foaming up because it's so hot in here. That's crazy. Now I'm gonna go get some coffee. It's Wednesday. I'm at my family practice clinical again. Just finished. I'm gonna go eat lunch at my parents' house because it's right by the site, which is super nice. I'll be back at 1. So far this morning, I've seen low back pain, a lump on the top of the foot, a hospital follow-up. It's been really nice being able to see patients again. It is very nerve-wracking, but it makes the day go faster. I learned so much more when I'm doing that. And I did do a little bit of pre-charting before, which my preceptor now says that it's kind of a waste of time, only because when your patients come in, they'll have completely different complaints if they even come in at all. So I do totally agree with that. Me being a student though, I have to do it to like help ease my anxiety and so I don't look like a total idiot when I'm going to see these patients. I'm here today until about 5 or so. I briefly mentioned yesterday that my preceptor for my pediatric clinical site was sick and didn't go to the clinic that day. So obviously I didn't go to the clinic that day. And it was actually really nice to have a day off. I slept in, went to the gym, hung out with my fiance. It was really nice. So today we're back to it. Gonna go eat lunch, come back, do afternoon patients. I'll check in after that. Tomorrow I have my pediatric clinical site as long as everyone's feeling good and healthy and happy. So that clinical site is an hour away. That'll be an early day, but it'll be fine. I haven't had any pediatric clinicals yet, so that's gonna be really exciting. I'm gonna go eat my lunch, see my family really quick, and then be back. It is 5:15. I just finished my clinical for the day. I saw some new patients. I saw a 9-year-old. I also saw a patient that was newly diagnosed with diabetes, which was actually a very interesting visit because all the patients I've seen with diabetes have already had diabetes, been established, but this was a brand new diagnosis for him. So it was really good for me to do some education, kind of walk him through this new diagnosis. So that was really good and really interesting. My fiance and I are gonna meet some friends out for dinner tonight, which is really exciting. I'm gonna go home. It's raining, so probably won't go on a walk with my dog, unfortunately. Change my clothes, relax for a second, and then get some good food tonight. Y'all. I think I was subconsciously snoozing my alarm last night or something because I vaguely remember waking up a little bit, and then I remember actually waking up at 6:45 when I was supposed to leave, mind you. And I'm like, what? Jumped out of bed, did the whole thing, you know, awesome, running late, but got lost. All the things. I know they say like, make sure you go see your clinical site before you're actually there, but this is over an hour away from me and I just like couldn't do that. I'm just too busy. So I'm just too busy, but for real. So I'm just putting on mascara and concealer. So unfortunately she's not getting my best look today. I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm wearing the same outfit as yesterday because this is a whole different clinical site and I just don't have that many business casual clothes because I'm not used to wearing business casual. Like all my preceptors have wanted me to wear scrubs. I didn't have time to get coffee. That's my own fault, right? My skin looks crazy. I hate being late. Now I just feel like a failure. And I mean, I can't do anything about it, you know? Let's go do this and try not to embarrass ourselves even more than we already are. Y'all, that was a doozy. I have so much to learn about pediatrics because we just don't get a lot of it in my FNP program. Felt like I knew nothing, but I did a lot of well child visits. Every single kid was so freaking cute. I would love pediatrics in the sense of the kids are great, they're so cute, but it's just doing a physical exam is so hard and there's so much to remember in pediatrics. Not just the vaccine schedule, but all the screenings and all the labs that are different in pediatrics and extra things you have to look for. I have mad respect for PNPs and pediatric doctors. It's so much. I also had another student with me today, so that was very interesting kind of sharing, but I learned a lot on the first day. I could never do peds. I love working in the NICU with babies, but I could never do pediatrics. It's just, I don't have the patience. As far as the rest of my day goes, I'm getting married in September and we're getting married in the Catholic Church. So to get married in the Catholic Church, you have to do a bunch of premarital counseling. And one of those things is natural family planning. The program we went through, we actually have to go through a full class course with the natural family planning teachers. So we have a meeting tonight for that. So I'm gonna see my fiance there. I'm gonna try and grab dinner before that because I did not bring lunch. I didn't have caffeine today. Luckily someone gave me a donut today, but I'm trying to count my calories, so that just like really ruined the day. So it's fine. Okay, let's get going. Today is Friday, May 22nd, last day of the week. Today's interview day. So I have actually applied to a fellowship program. It's a year-long program to help transition from school to practitioner. They have a bunch of tracks. The track that I actually applied to was the genetic track. I work in the NICU and we have a lot of genetic cases, a lot of genetics intertwines with our daily care. It was something that I was very interested in and I think I'm really gonna like. So I've actually already had 2 interviews for this. And then from that, they picked the top 3 that I was told. Thank the Lord I got into the top 3. So I have 3 more interviews to decide who gets this fellowship. They only pick 1 person per fellowship track. So I think that's why they are obviously so strategic with their interviewing and how often you're interviewed, all those things. So by the end of this, I will have done 5 interviews for this fellowship. So today is interview number 1. I believe it's with the nursing leaders. So the leader of all APPs through this hospital system that I'm applying to. And then I also have an interview next week with 2 of the MD providers, as well as a lot of the genetic team members. So kind of nervous for that one. I'm nervous for this one today. My last interviews, one of them I thought went totally awesome. The other I thought I did good, but I couldn't really read her. So I don't know. It's at 10. It's currently 8:50. Obviously, I need to put some makeup on. It's all virtual, which is really nice, but let's put some makeup on. When it comes to interview prep, I would say I'm in between prepping a lot and not prepping at all. The reason that I don't prep an insane amount is because honestly, at the end of the day, I don't know what they're gonna ask me. And as much as I prep, I always have questions that I wasn't expecting, especially this last interview. I had questions I have never had in any interview, and I've had a lot of interviews. I was kind of taken aback, but I'm confident in my skills and who I am, and I'm just honest with them, and I tell them true things. And sometimes, you know, you do have to BS some answers because you can't think that quick on your feet. It's a happy medium. How I prep is I usually look up who I'm interviewing with. I like to know what their degree's in, how long they've been practicing, what they're really involved with, because it's good to mention things like that every now and then in your interview. I prepare by looking at who the people are, I do some practice questions, and then I think of questions to ask. I think that is one of the most important things, just to show them that like you are actually thinking about this role, you're actually thinking about how it pertains to your life, you're interested in things, you wanna hear more. I just think it's really great. If you're going in for an interview, those are my top tips.